Hello and welcome. Today I'm in the Tier 10 US aircraft carrier, the Midway, and I'm using these modules and commander skills. And as you can see, this is on the PTS server, and I would like to stress that you probably shouldn't play the game the way I am playing in this match because, well, I'm playing pretty much like a potato in this match, but a certain somebody wanted me to play the Midway, so I did. And one of the reasons why I'm playing full potato, and actually I didn't really even hold much hope for this match, is because I have full potato build. I don't have the fighter fighter health module, which is the second module slot for carriers. I am instead using the aircraft servicing expert module. On top of that, the PTS actually had a slight buff for carriers in this module, namely the fighter health module had an extra plus 50% H fighter ammo. And the alternative aircraft servicing expert went from minus 10% aircraft servicing time to minus 15%, so you're actually encouraged to take the fighter health module even more on the PTS. So really, you probably shouldn't play the Midway like this, but anyways, the results were alright, so I figured I would show it. So, I launched all my planes and I'm gonna see a Bismarck. I don't really know what you should strike as a Midway first, but I do know that it's very nice to strike as with dive bombers first, because if you set fires and he repairs, you can follow up with torpedo bombers, and as a result, you can actually get flooding on him. And if they don't have damage control available, flooding is dangerous. Also, I think I just ran into Neptune or Minotaur anti-air, which meant that I just lost 3 torpedo bombers for literally nothing. Yep, it's a Minotaur. Incredibly annoying. I mean, I just lost 3 torpedo bombers for literally nothing. That's incredibly unfortunate. So now I'm gonna try to dive bomb the Bismarck and then torpedo bomb him, and oh look, I lost another one. These are tier 10 planes against, well, tier 8 anti-air, I guess. And I guess tier 10, but still it was kinda long range and, you know, barely there. And, well, I lost all of them. Nice, isn't it? And people wonder why, you know, others don't want to play carriers as much anymore. Anyways, I'll try to set fires on the Bismarck, but it's kinda late though, so... it should have been earlier, sorry. I want to set fires at the front and the back, because you can only set 3 fires, at least for most battleship builds. You can only set 3 fires on the PTS, so, you know, actually covering a larger area of the ship is important. Anyways, because I haven't been paying any attention, I have no clue what the other carrier is doing. I do know that, you know, he is a Midway as well, and it appears that he is what you would expect in PTS, which means that he is not going to be attacking me all that much. Also, wow, I sure hope that Minotaur is stuck there and never gets out, and that should be enough punishment for shooting down my planes. Okay, so the enemy has actually capped A, we haven't capped B nor C. It seems a battleship is going to go over and try to cap C, but I'm not quite certain how successful that'll be. Because, well, there's a Khabarovsk near there, and the Khabarovsk really likes fighting battleships, and it's incredibly difficult to solo kill a Khabarovsk as a battleship if the Khabarovsk knows what they're doing. But then again, it's PTS, so the Khabarovsk might not know what they're doing. I think this Yamato is gonna have a really bad time here. Although I'm not quite certain how well the Moskva is gonna do either, though. Well, that Moskva just took 1 friendly torpedo and another 2. Oh, actually no. He was killed before he took the other 2. Alright, so my strike is going up again. Remember, dive bomb first, then torpedo bomb, because floodings are incredibly powerful. Although you tend to need some luck, because I have noticed that quite often, even if I set it up nicely, I hit like 3 or 4 torpedoes and they don't flood. But yeah, remember, if you get the flooding going, that is going to be full duration. So, every single moment that Damekon is down is going to be flooding, because flooding lasts longer than damage control cooldown. And actually flooding is incredibly powerful. But again, you need to actually, you know, set it up properly. So I kept my dive bomber squad around to keep the fighter plane or float plane busy. The unfortunate thing with dropping on this Kurfürst here is that while the strike was nice, the problem is that she is the closest ship to the enemies, which means that enemies are just going to kill her. And, you know, I can't take much advantage of the dot stacking that I normally could. So I tried to do a follow-up fire, but I'm not gonna use the last dive bomber for this, because, well, she's already dead. Or, kind of. And as you can see, the enemy fighter is being very passive, so I think that he's not really a carry player, at least not a tier 10 one. But, I mean, you find these kinds of players, you know, on live too, just not as often. Okay, so, I'm a Midway, so my concealment isn't the best. But regardless, I'll try dive bombing this Fletcher, I guess. Maybe I'll get lucky and, I don't know, RNG's this guy or something. I'm thinking of trying to manually dive bomb like I am right now, and I think I did actually really well with this one. Unfortunately, I didn't get the RNG, because that dive bombing looked really on point. It's kinda difficult to dive bomb destroyers, not because of the, you know, speed prediction, but if the destroyer even turns slightly, you'll just miss everything. Because even right now, it was pretty good, but not perfect. It could have been a lot better. Anyways, we still don't have a single cap point. I'm gonna try to keep spotting this Fletcher though, because our Yamato is going around the corner, or at least I think I should be trying to spot her. So, I can't really strike a Minotaur, at least not very well. I really can't strike a Des Moines either, so I have to make do with battleships, I guess. Dropping on destroyers is a bit sketchy as a US carrier, because you can't really, you know, expect dive bombers to hit. You might just miss everything. And torpedo bombers, since you only have one squadron, you have to rely on the fact that the enemy destroyer screws up, otherwise you're gonna miss. Okay, so we are at 140 points and we aren't even capping a single point yet. This is not going well. Like, really not going well. So, let's try to drop on this Z52. I'm gonna just auto-drop, because auto-dropping with dive bombers seems to be far more reasonable. And oh my god, 7,000 damage. Like, this is the kind of bullshit that I hate as if I play DDs. I think I didn't lead enough with my torpedo bombers, but maybe I'll be lucky. Unlikely though. Come on. Oh, I actually hit one. That's good. Especially because he probably already used his damage control party, so now he should be fudding and on fire. I'm gonna keep one of my... Okay, never mind. She's dead. Alright. Next target, please. We finally started capping B, but it's a solo battleship, which means we probably aren't going to take this base. And that's really unfortunate. I think we really need the points. But it is what it is. So, I think the next target will be this Bismarck again. I again have one dive bomber left over. There is the enemy fighter around, but honestly, considering how the enemy carrier has played so far, I'm not gonna put much... I'm not gonna see this as a big threat. I'll try to like strafe here and stuff, but honestly it doesn't really matter. Although I completely missed that strafe, like completely missed that strafe. Because he clicked one button. Anyways, I'm gonna lock his fighters right above my Yamato, which should actually give me the fighter battle. Yes, they are still within the Bismarck range, but I mean, Yamato has quite a bit more anti-air, and I'm gonna drop on the Bismarck. Alright, I got a fire, that's good, and now I should be able to do a follow-up. No, look, I didn't even lose a single plane. I didn't lose a single fighter there. Because Yamato's anti-air is amazing. Well, I guess it's not amazing, but it's actually really good. A lot more than you expect. Okay, so since this squadron is out of ammo and out of planes, I'm just gonna, you know, Recharge. So, what do I do now? I think the fight on the western side is going to end in like... They're gonna kill each other or something at some point anyway. So I'm gonna try striking the Iowa. And maybe even the AFK cruiser that's in base. Like they have an AFK cruiser. I really should have struck her before actually with something like a dive bomber, because honestly we could have taken her out before, you know, she potentially became a threat. And I say this because my plan is to do that here. But she comes back like right now, being AFK the first 10 minutes of the game, yet she still comes back. And it's a bit unfortunate. I think the game could have gone slightly better if I had done that, because, you know, free damage. So now I'm gonna strike the Iowa again, dive bombers first, then torpedo bombers to try to flood, and also follow up fires. Okay, so it's an Edinburgh. Okay, I'm not gonna use this. Currently my plan was to use this dive bomber squadron on this Edinburgh, but I changed my mind because I think setting a fire on the Iowa earlier is a bit better. Okay, so time to try to set her on fire, then I'm gonna keep the dive bomber around and then torpedo bomb her. Hope I don't screw up this torpedo bombing. This is rather important. Oh my god, 17,000 damage. Actually all 7 hit. I think I just dropped too close. Ooh, that's bad. Oh yeah. Oh, I actually hit 2, but no flooding. Oh my god. Oh my god. No flooding. This is really unfortunate. Because that flooding damage could have been massive here. Because she has already used her damage control party. So having that flooding here could have literally killed the ship right now, or almost killed the ship at least. And now we are actually 3 versus 4 and we still don't have a single cap point. B has never been capped yet. A has been capped, C has been capped. I can't really strike Des Moines. I can't really strike the enemy Midway, so the only target I have is this Iowa and the AFK Edinburgh. I'm gonna bring my fighter plane around, oh, and see, look, the Edinburgh just came back. That guy has been AFK for 13 minutes, and now he comes back. I keep my fighter here because I'm honestly afraid, I honestly want to maximize the amount of damage I can do right now, because we need kills. Like right now, we are so far behind in points. And she survived at 1600 HP. If my torpedo bombers had flooded, that Iowa would already be dead. Now I need to use an extra dive bomber attack on that Iowa to finish her. Unless of course my friendly Yamato that keeps firing HE for some God knows what reason. Unless that Yamato manages to hit her, but considering that it's a Yamato that fires HE exclusively, I'm not really gonna hold out much hope for this, because it's a Yamato that's firing HE. You can't really expect anything from that. And now the Iowa is healing. That is very unfortunate. I might actually need more than 1 dive bomber here, because, well, maybe she won't die to that dive bomber strike. That's so wasteful, and just because I dropped... I mean, yes, if I had dropped slightly better, the Iowa would have been dead. Because 1 torpedo did not arm in time. Yes, it showed that 3 torpedoes hit, but actually only 2 hit. Oh my god, she has 15,000 HP, which means I actually do need more than 1 dive bomber. This is really, really unfortunate. But let's try our best. Good, come on. And I want to use my torpedo bombers on the Edinburgh because I want her gone. Unfortunately, she has double float planes, which is very annoying, and then Edinburgh is incredibly maneuverable if she keeps turning like this over and over. So I'm also moving my ship more or less... Oh my god, I was too close. This is really unfortunate. Hey, oh my god, again! Keep aiming for far too long. This is very, very unfortunate. Okay, let's hope for the best now, please. Come on. And yeah, I need to use another dive bomber in this Iowa. Very, very unfortunate. Going to recharge number 4, but okay, goodbye Iowa. And I only had 2 on the Edinburgh. That's very unfortunate as well. Unlucky. Unlucky. I'm gonna bait my dive bomber to hold both of the float planes together and dive bomb the Edinburgh. Come on. Wow. No hits. I guess the dive bombing could have been better though. It was not very well done. And they still have a Des Moines, and we only have an HE firing Yamato and well, me. Wasn't playing very well. So I'm gonna use my defensive fire here to try to take out as many planes as I can, and I also strafe. Actually, this is a pretty nice strafe. But honestly, you know, most of it was... I did take out the torpedo bombers. I'm gonna try to enter the sea cap maybe to try to stop them from getting some points, because at this point they are at 900 of them. And we kinda need them to not get more. And they still have a Des Moines left. Okay, come on. Honestly, if this Yamato were firing AP, we probably already would have won this game. Yeah, I think it's alright to just lock this fighter squad, because my carrier is right next to it, which means that I will absolutely win this air battle. And I'm gonna take my torpedo bombers over to the carrier, because I just leave the Edinburgh to the Yamato. Yes, she's firing HE, but you know, it's still a Yamato. The HE is still going to do quite a bit of damage. And if necessary, I guess I can use one dive bomber squadron. But we kinda need the points. Kill it. Okay, excellent. Edinburgh down. So, now I'm gonna enter the sea cap, which should also stop some of their points gain, and now I'm gonna try to kill the Midway. Yes, I'm gonna try killing a carrier as a carrier, and this honestly probably is not going to go very well. I will do the torpedo bombers drop immediately, because, well, I need to deal as much damage as I can as quickly as possible. I really cannot, you know, mess up with setting up damage over time effects. Usually what you want to do against carriers is to do a longer range drop, but I'm not very confident in my ability to do so. And it seems he didn't actually use the ability properly. So he flooded, which means I should be able to get fires going. I have all my dive bomber squadrons, so that's good. Honestly, if I hadn't needed to use 2 extra dive bomber squadrons on the Iowa, I probably would already be doing, you know, dive bombing on the Midway before. Alright, and now gonna do some follow-ups. I actually capped C. This is the first base capped in our entire match by our team. Our team has not capped a single base so far. Okay, and the Midway used her skill now, so I'm gonna just drop. Unfortunately, no fires. I guess maybe where the bomb hit, there already was a fire. Okay, come on, Yamato, please help me. Okay, I guess the Des Moines has come around. Come on, more fires, please. Unfortunate. 10,000 damage, though. The Midway is fairly low HP, but we don't have much time. Yamato, please switch the AP and delete that Des Moines, or alternatively shoot the carrier and kill it. Because she is at 5,000 HP and we don't have the points. Come on, man. Oh my god. I think we're gonna lose. Well, this is unfortunate. Which is sad. And there's 1,000 points. The carrier survived with 5,000 HP and the Des Moines survived with 11,000 HP. Please, Yamatos, don't fire HE, fire AP. It helps. Regardless, I got Witherer, Confederate, Arsonist, High Caliber. I actually did 305,000 damage. So you can't really, you know, say that I didn't do anything. I mean, I even shot on 31 planes, although, you know, I'm not quite sold on how much use that was for our team. I guess it had some use. 12 torpedo hits. I did get 1,500 base XP on a loss, so if we had won the game, that would have been 2,200 XP. Still though, look at that. 121,000 damage with bombs, not torpedoes, bombs. 84,000 with torpedoes, and 100,000 total with fires and floodings. Honestly, if that Iowa had flooded, we probably would have won the game, because I would have had more dive bombs to use on the Midway. And you know, since she survived at like 5,000 HP, we probably would have killed her. And I got a nice 300,000 Captain XP as well, but that's just because it's PTS. Regardless, like I said, you probably shouldn't play Midway like this, but it was still fun. And, you know, it's PTS. So anyways, if you liked this video, then like it. If you disliked it, then dislike it. And I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, Akatakan, and I hope I see you guys next time.